something?
Mine was good there.
Are you good right now?
Yeah, it's getting better.
Can you hear Kennedy? Kennedy, say something. Make sure we got you in the stream.
This is a test of the microphone.
That's a good voice.
Is that good?
Yeah, no,
I think that's good.
I would say it's clear.
All right.
Clear.
All right, so we Gucci.
We be vibing and chiefin', vibing and chiefin'. We be vibing and chiefin', vibing and chiefin'. Pour up some drink.
FNBS Hateful J Special K back again with our friend and homie, and I'm like Black Siskel to his Ebert. We talk a lot of like film and movies. My homie Kennedy Phillips, sound designer. What are you, Kennedy? Because I remember the first show I announced you as something totally different, and I still laugh about that to this day. So,
well, if you want to save yourself some time, you could just call me a storyteller and be done with it. No, I'm a sound designer, editor, creator of Magus Elgar audio drama, as well as the sound designer for Has Been Hotel and Hell of a Boss.
Super fucking fire, both of those.
Cool stuff.
Live, laugh, love, roll the light and smoke it. We are live again on Twitch for the second time. If you guys are watching, thank you. If you ain't watching, then you can't hear me say fuck you and kiss my ass. I'm just joking. We got a lot of rabble today, guys. Big entertainment episode. That's what we do. Today is mainly on the weird side of films. The remake epidemic and a whole bunch of rabble. Okay? But how's everybody doing? How you been, Special K? How's life?
I've been good. I've been great. I've been working a lot. I feel like time just flies by and I just can never catch up.
You look like Sleepy Dwarf right now. I don't want to
that's fine.
I don't want to talk to you. It's just look at you.
I'm a little up in the clouds as well. I'm feeling good, feeling great.
As you should be.
You didn't make those clouds, did you?
Yeah.
Yes. I make them and then I just stay with them.
Kennedy, how you doing, brother? How's life?
Man, it has been incredibly busy since I last spoke to you guys. I went to Miami to try and showcase Magus Elgar to all of the animation studios out there, and I ran into some really incredible people. I got to meet Trevor Price, who is the former linebacker for the Baltimore Ravens and two-time Super Bowl winner, who is also the creator of Kulapari and the Army of Frogs on Netflix.
Fire. See, bro,
I didn't know anything about any of this. That's crazy.
He sent me the pic.
He was nuts to meet with. But,
he sent me the pic. I know the player, but I still haven't watched that show, and I need to check that out. But go ahead.
You know, it's all right. Cool. He's got like a lot of spin-offs planned, and he's had so many ideas for the setting because you have a lot of capability and potential to have it just take place in Australia or in the Amazon or whatever forest that you want, and you could still have like different stories going on with it. So like I have a lot of respect for that with a setting that is compatible with just going in whatever direction of story you want.
Yeah, that's fire. That's diversity.
But yeah, going to that convention in Miami was extremely intimidating because I was running into people from Nickelodeon, from Cartoon Network, from the Disney Channel, from DreamWorks, from BBC. And dude, I was just by myself trying to get into meetings.
Right. That's amazing.
Did you go alone? Did you go with like other people?
Yeah, I managed to. I managed to get a meeting with. They had these things called speed pitches. You sit down with a member of the industry and have like 8 minutes to talk about your show and what you want to do. And I almost didn't get one. I got there at 9 o'clock in the morning, an hour before they even started, and I was still last in line.
I could imagine there had to be so many people.
Yeah.
I did. Bro, I managed to get like a single interview.
You're still wearing that intimidation right now. You're starting to sweat a little bit.
I assure you, that's just the blinding daylight lamps I have over on this side.
Nice. We got one of those too. It's terrible.
No, aside from that, I have been buried in an avalanche of projects, which has been absolutely delightful and also considerably stressful.
Yeah.
for a lot of reasons. But I'm working on Mayhem. I'm working on Satina. I'm working on Hell of a Boss. I'm working on I'm working on sound designing an audio drama called The Sojourn, which is a sci-fi audio drama by Space Doc, who has a very, very informative YouTube if you're a fan of Star Trek and all the science fiction things ever, because he gets into the nitty-gritty of things like how does warp drive work, why the giant planet cracker weapon from Star Wars The Force Awakens is stupid.
Yeah. Like breaking this shit down. All right, so you brought up all that, and I want to ask, I have a question before we even get into everything else in the show. What was more fun for you, bro, between Has Been Hotel and Hell of a Boss? And if y'all don't know what these things are, Kennedy, give them the links, let them know what it is, because if you like any type of adult animation, even in the least, the shit is fire. Like, the humor is fire, like, and fucking knowing you now and watching, anything animation, I'm literally listening to the more so the background sound effects of everything and how it matches up more than the voice.
Oh, and, yeah. I mean, I actually just posted a video on Twitter teaching people a little bit about the work that went into Has Been Hotel. I actually posted it without the music or dialogue to show people just how much we had put into it.
Bro, it was a lot.
I would honestly say, while Hell of a Boss was significantly less stressful due to the fact that I had a lot more time and it was a bit shorter, and we had everything, like, kind of all the stuff that we had learned from Has Been Hotel had been brought to Hell of a Boss.
Yeah.
Has Been Hotel was without a doubt my favorite, mostly due to the fact that I got to build all the sound effects.
Bro,
everything in that movie, everything in that pilot.
Every 30 seconds, there was a background noise. Like every 30
seconds, man, you weren't paying attention. There's never a point where there isn't sound.
That's what I'm saying. It might have been more frequent, but like literally there was a crack, a creak, a smash, a scream, a break. Like it was so much
Makes
sound.
The story real.
I was.
It was certainly chaotic.
Yeah.
I will admit, a lot of people did complain that I had gotten a little too close to the sun in certain areas.
But it kind of fits. It kind of fits all the characters. Like everything about the whole idea of the show is chaotic.
Yeah, but an important part of it is learning finesse and nuance, trying to figure out a good equilibrium so that you don't overwhelm your audience.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was learning a little bit with that.
You have a balance for everything.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I think I enjoyed it from like a just trying to hear it perspective. You know what I mean? Like trying to hear your work. I think that's why I enjoyed it. Like I don't think I was able to watch it just from a pure entertainment perspective, even though I was entertained, but I was definitely listening. You know what I mean? Like to keep hearing what I was listening for was fun. You know what I mean?
No, you're just tuned in listening.
Yeah, but I gotta say, out of the two, did you end up watching? Did you ever get to watch those?
I didn't watch. I didn't really get to hear the names. I never got sent the names or anything. We tried looking it up. Me and my girlfriend looked the name up and everything.
Why didn't you just ask me? You could just ask me.
You could have asked me.
Well, yeah, you could ask anybody.
Well, let me tell you a little bit about this, man. So, Has Been Hotel is a completely independent animated pilot made by Vivian Madrano, or Vivzy Pop, on YouTube. We had over 75 animators for this adult animation about a Disney princess trying to rehabilitate sinners in hell.
Wow.
And it's a musical.
Yeah, it's fire. It's fire.
And Hell of a Boss is its companion piece about a bunch of imps running a business where they kill targets on the surface world for denizens of hell who got screwed over in life.
Yeah.
And that one's starring Brandon Rogers and Richard Horvitz, or Invader Zim, if you're not familiar with them.
Comedy.
Bro, they're comedy, but they're dark. You'll love them, bro. Like I know what you fuck with, bro. Like you'll love them. Like you'll love them. Like it's from beginning to end. It's just pure entertainment. All the characters are super outrageous. Like it's fun shit, bro. Like it's fun shit. And we're stoners, so it's like times 10 for us. Trust me.
No, I'm not gonna give it a listen.
Roll you a fat one and just, that's what I did. I rolled 2. So, You know
No,
what I'm saying?
well, I'm a fan of book on tape. So
But
I'm
yeah,
cool
we
with
don't
that.
we don't get back to it, man. But I want to. You said you're a fan of book on tape.
I used to, yeah, when I used to work at certain places, I would love that, like the idea of listening to just
Yeah.
books of tape. People listen to like their favorite bands. I'd be like, yeah, I'm just gonna listen to a book.
That's pretty much what we are in a sense. Just a whole.
No, in a way, it is.
Yeah,
It's kind
we're a fucking book on tape on video. I want to get into the BS portion of the show, guys. You know, my little tidbits of information.
little tidbit.
If you're a first time
means.
watching the BS portion of the shows where we just talk about any and everything. Kennedy, you got some random news, some random shit that's gonna happen that's just outrageous. This is where you drop it, okay? Special K, if you got something, you know what to do. Why am I telling you?
Yeah, no, I'm just listening now for now.
There was a woman in California, guys, that watered a fake plant for 2 years. Okay?
Good. I wanted to hear you talk about it.
And I don't really get this. But my question to you guys, I have a question for everything, is how is this possible? Besides, the obvious, schizophrenia, dementia, those things, how does one water a fake plant for 2 years and not notice it, A, not growing? Just that's pretty much it. That's
Maybe they have no understanding of plants.
Hey
This
man,
was their first ever experience.
they have been getting really good at disguising those plants to be legit in some areas. And of course, the lady could have been having it in the dark or something and pouring it and being like, "I'm such a great gardener. This thing is flourishing in the pit of darkness."
you know what I love about Kennedy, bro.
Because
You
of the
know-
voices?
You know what I love about Kennedy?
These are the
Like
voices.
even in like my Facebook post or anything, he always finds the light in the
Humor.
situation.
No, it's good.
Like, you find a way to make it make sense in a lighthearted way. Like, nobody was thinking that, but like, they do make plants. They look pretty goddamn real. You
no,
know?
there's some other. I've asked people all the time, is that real or fake?
You know what I'm saying? Have you guys seen the Skittles Dip commercial?
I'm not.
Oh,
we
God.
read this. So I wasn't sure.
Okay, so like, here's
Bro,
the crazy thing.
Google
Look
that
at the
shit,
picture,
Special K.
yeah.
It's
not
like a
30
10-second video
seconds
commercial.
after I had finished watching The Color Out of Space,
So similar.
that commercial showed up, and I'm like,
So similar.
why did this creep me out more than that movie?
Bro, that commercial is fucking freaky. And it's the quickest commercial, which makes it more freaky. Like, the dude was like standing at the refrigerator melting and dippity stuff, and he turned around and like screamed and
watch
laughed.
it.
What the fuck
It
was
kind of
that?
reminded me of this old commercial. It was this bizarre ice cream commercial where this guy was totally naked and covered head to toe in cream. And he's sitting there scooping out pieces of himself and
I know what
and
you're
eating
talking
it
about.
as a
I know
voice
what you're
says,
talking about.
Bluebell ice cream is one of the most savory experiences you can have. You really want to try it. It's absolutely fantastic.
Bro, I know what you're talking about. That shit was weird, son. I don't
Hey,
listen.
you cannot deny
Commercial.
that as disturbing as that commercial was, it was effective. You are not forgetting that shit.
Yeah, you might
Not
not
for a
ever eat the
while.
ice cream, but you'll remember it. Like, well, okay, so sidestep.
It's like those Gushers commercials where the kid turns into the banana. You're like, oh, well,
yeah,
Well,
that is the
Banana
star
kid.
of my nightmares for the next 2 hours.
not eating any more Gushers. I'll tell you what.
right?
Oh, fuck.
I wouldn't mind being a banana.
While we on it, do you guys have a favorite commercial of all time? I have one, and it's been my favorite for like years. So
Commercial, like any commercial?
I'm ready, set for this. Your favorite? Do you have a favorite commercial all
Yeah, let
time?
me hear. You go ahead. Let me hear yours.
Okay, mine is it's a pickup truck commercial. I don't know if it's Ford, Chevy, who it is, but it's like a couple of guys on a rock in Scotland looking at the water, talking about the Loch Ness monster, and then out of nowhere, the Loch Ness monster pops up out the water, and it's a dude in his pickup truck on the back of it, and he's yelling at the dudes on land like, "Shoot it! Shoot it!" And it's just, I don't know why, that's my
The funniest
favorite
one.
all
Your
time.
favorite
It's
one?
like 2002 maybe. Like that shit was.
Was it for a
fire.
pickup truck commercial?
Yeah, it's a pickup truck commercial.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's a few good pickup truck commercials I've seen.
Remember, Ford used to bang out a bunch of dope pickup truck
Like I know I've
commercials.
seen a few where I'm just like, and I'm not like a pickup truck person.
But
I
that
feel like weird even saying pickup truck.
that Loch Ness monster, that nigga was scared as shit.
Right,
Shoot it. But you got one? You got one, Special K? Kennedy, you
I got two, actually.
Two, go for
Oh
it.
shit.
Oh, no. It says my connection is unstable. Okay, there we go. It's good.
No,
Jesus,
you
it's
here.
All right, so
stable
I
up.
got two. The first one is a pretty recent one, and I have to appreciate the entire series of these commercials. It was a Geico
shit.
commercial,
Yeah.
Geico's
and they were
great.
Yeah.
played on YouTube, where they go, "You can't skip this commercial because it's already over." Geico.
Yeah.
And it's just two guys where they go
remember those.
That's
savings,
brilliant.
and then they like clap their hands.
Yeah.
But then you actually, if you skip the commercial, yeah, fine. But the commercial's 2 minutes long, but the actual commercial's only 5 seconds long. But they keep going, and they're stuck in freeze frame for that entire minute and a half.
Yeah, that's fine.
And the world is still continuing on without them.
Yeah.
At one point, a vacuum cleaner runs up into a wall and catches fire.
Yeah, that's fire, bro.
Well, they're still holding themselves there.
I feel
But the
like
other
that
commercial
sounds
was
kinda familiar. That's dope.
way back in the 90s. It was an old Got Milk commercial. In fact, it was the first one
Oh shit, the
They're-
Got Milk commercials was fire.
where a
Okay,
guy
well.
is sitting there about to win a contest because he is about to answer a trivia question
Yeah.
that only he knows, because he is surrounded by paraphernalia of this one thing that he knows. The stars have aligned, and this guy is about to win the grand prize, and he's eating a peanut butter sandwich.
Right.
So he picks up the phone and it's like, this is KNBS. What is your answer to this question? And he answers, oh, I'm sorry, we didn't get that. You're going to have to say it again.
remember this.
Yeah, I
He starts
remember that.
looking
Yeah,
around and he
yeah.
grabs a glass of milk, but it's empty.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, sir. You're speaking nothing but gibberish. You're going to have to call back another time. And then they hang up, and he's just
Bro,
sitting
that's
there.
a classic. I remember that like yesterday.
Crazy
That's
thing.
on.
That was directed by Michael Bay.
Word?
Hey, you got
Yeah,
someone.
the first Got Milk
Wow.
commercial was directed by Michael Bay.
Hold on, Michael Bay is it's not Jurassic
Transformers.
Park. Transformers. No, but did he do Congo? Is that Michael Bay too?
Not that I know of.
Or was that still
I know he did
That's
Teenage
Spielberg, I
Mutant
think.
Ninja Turtles. I know he did Transformers. I know
Yeah.
he did Armageddon,
Yeah,
which for
yeah.
some reason is in the Criterion collection.
He
Yeah.
got in the argument with Jessica Biel. I remember that. I don't
Yeah.
know why I remember that.
Yeah. Moving on, guys.
Not Jessica Biel, Fox. Jessica Fox.
Just random. I saw a clip of Steven Adams. I don't know if you watch basketball at all, Kennedy, but Steven
Regrettably, I don't.
no, I mean I kind of knew. I know everybody's nerd. I know everybody's nerd level. You know what I mean? I'm a nerd wizard.
You're a nerd wizard.
But
Your nerd level is
I like my nerd level is like
6,427.
everywhere. I nerd out on all kind of shit. But Steven Adams is a fucking giant long-haired dude that plays for the Thunder, I think, right now.
Mm-hmm.
And we all know the dab. You know, the classic dab. The dance, the dab.
Yeah, dude, I
And
watched
we
the thing you're
also
talking
know that people flipped water bottles and made them land. So I saw a clip of Steven Adams, this big giant motherfucker flipping
about. Megan Fox. is what I
flipping a
meant.
water bottle, dope.
Yeah.
And then doing a dab. It made me think a few things. When's the last time anybody's done a dab?
I'm
More
pretty
often than you
dorky, so I've
think.
dabbed before, like pretty recent.
Yeah, you dabbed on a skit last year. It's fine. Why
Yeah,
did
man,
he
like
dab?
they
Why did
actually
he dab? And then what happened to the dab? Who ruined the dab? I know the origin of the dab. It didn't start as what it is, but
What is the origin of the dab?
I'll
Where
give
did
you
the dab come from?
The dab started with the dab was an Atlanta dance. The
What?
dab was an Atlanta hood dance, and you originally went back and forth dab, and then you got
Dab,
lower and lower
and
to the
dab,
ground,
and dab and dab
and
and
then
dab.
it and then the Migos made it more mainstream, and then all the athletes and everything took it, which leads to my question: who ruined the dab? When did the dab get out of control? I remember doing the dab in bars when I got a certain level in. You know what I'm saying? I would dab all over that motherfucker, and it was cool at that point.
I think
well,
the
I
dab's
could
so
definitely tell you, in terms of that. Usually, the history of memes go is that they gain their they gain their existence on some obscure website like Reddit or 4chan or like some server or
4chan.
some forum
4chan
buried
Reddit.
in the internet. Then the mainstream gets it on Twitter and Facebook, and then once you've got talk show hosts doing it, it's dead. Or no, once you got talk show hosts doing it, it's nearing its age.
I like that.
And then you
perspective.
get local news stations or like major news stations talking
They
about
ruin
it, where
Yep.
it's the new thing that's sweeping the nation. The dab.
Yeah, it's
was-
always that long vowel. They say
Do you
everything
dab,
with a long
Cheryl?
vowel.
Well, I've actually considered dabbing in front of my children, but they don't enjoy that sort of
They
thing.
say you
Well,
can't
we'll
dab.
just see how it goes, and if it's going
What?
to kill your children,
Why do newscasters always speak with the long vowel sound?
Give me an example of a long vowel sound I do.
Like, it's about enunciation.
He was like the dad.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? They always do the vowel really long. What the fuck is that? Is that like to immerse you into the story?
No, it's an enunciation thing. They want to make sure that nobody can misunderstand what you're saying, because you never hear somebody on a major news station sounding like they got marbles in their mouth.
Yeah. But it's
so they have to practice enunciation.
But it's a 3-letter word though. Is that necessary? The dab. We've been here for a minute and a half.
I can tell you though that recently the dab did get brought back for a little bit. Like, it got a little bit more shelf life. With the coronavirus outbreaking, I know John Oliver had a segment where he was talking about how other countries were handling it, and Vietnam did this incredible thing where they created this song that was so popular it became a TikTok meme. And part of the dance is the entire dance on TikTok is teaching people how to actually deal with proper hygiene, where you're scrubbing yourself, you don't touch your eyes, or you don't touch your eyes, nose, or mouth. Cough into your to your elbow.
What? And that was a pretty clean dab over there, Kenny. Good job, man. Good job.
Now the proper dab you got to do is you got to headbutt the corner of your elbow, like.
Yeah, it's like a sneeze.
That's why when you hear them on memes, you hear that
that's a pretty clean
bassy
dab. Kennedy, you about to get deemed the dabber. Kennedy Phillips, the
absolutely
dabber.
not.
Yeah, no, you're the dabber, bro. You get to deal with it. That's life, and I don't want to hear anything else about it. Population control. I was thinking about this, guys. This is a little conspiracy-ish. If you've been around and even like been alert to anything, there's a lot of like population control theories and all this shit, right? And if you were like a National Geographic reader before technology souped itself up, you kind of saw everything coming. If you like watched movies, you've seen hints and stuff, and you can take it however you want to take it. I'm not taking this too serious. This is FNPS, you know. But I was thinking about that, like with the coronavirus and Facebook and everything and all that. I'm like, if population control was real, it's already happening.
Well, with all the viruses,
like with the control of idea.
If you want me to be honest, man,
like the ability to sway,
speed up a bit.
I feel like it's been happening for maybe like the past 10 years, honestly, and we like literally people just like fall in line with shit. Like you see somebody post one thing that's on one side of something, and everybody jumps to that. If somebody jumps on the other side of, they get attacked. It's like it's trigger. Like life is a trigger thing now. It's so easy to trigger people and get people to like follow what you're fucking talking about.
I feel like it's
a lot of it really does come down with the compartmentalization of societal spheres, that people are now just hanging out with people that only agree with them.
Yeah.
And we don't have any other people disseminating those kinds of opinions. But honestly, like in terms of like the coronavirus or anything like that, I don't feel like that those are like some conspiratorial contributing factors to population control. If anything, birth rates around the world are plummeting.
Yeah.
For various reasons. Maybe that there's more people who are not needing to go outside nearly as much now that you can order everything online.
Yep.
I know China had the one-child policy. They expanded it to the two-children policy, and all the children that were born for an entire generation, a massively disproportionate number of those people are men who will never be able to find a significant other because of the huge disparity.
Yeah.
And of course, there has been the rise of an incel population of people who just don't contribute towards society or anything in general. Like we've been seeing I've been hearing about a massive decline in birth rate pretty much everywhere.
Yeah.
And again, do not quote me on that. I am a person on the internet. I don't know exactly what I'm talking about.
Kennedy, this is FBS, bro. You know what I mean? We said we won't. Hey, if they take it serious, they can click off. It's one click to get away from this. If you don't like it, it's FBS, man.
Either or.
I just don't want to be the person to
talk your shit.
To spread disinformation or anything like that, because I don't want to be the guy that starts spouting they're turning the freaking frogs gay or anything like that.
Yeah. Weed news. Special K, you got any weed news?
Any weed news? No, I've been looking on the looking on some high chimes. Been trying to find some.
No, I mean, ain't really much going on.
Not really much going on.
I had like a weed topic. Kennedy, how do you feel about the whole cannabis thing? What is your cannabis stance?
I am personally, I am an individual that is practicing the unfortunate
God.
decision of
Come on
of constant sobriety. But that's me. Everybody, the thing is about cannabis is that I have no issue with it. I don't find it to be a dangerous drug.
Yeah.
It has delightful medicinal practices, and also it is a romping good time for people that want to use it.
Yeah.
I don't use it for the same reason.
I
don't use it for the same reason that I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't take any kind of inebriates in general. I don't even enjoy drinking coffee, because again, sobriety is a thing that I have decided to shoulder for my entire life.
Don't make those eyes, bro. You know, all the other.
It's a man who's been sober too long.
Listen,
No,
if you don't smoke some fucking weed, no. But my question is,
no, I am of the opinion that if I ever smoked anything, I would be.
You gotta smoke it with us first, bro.
Kind of paranoid.
You gotta smoke it with FMBS Havel J Special K.
That'd be great.
If you ever smoke, listen. Special K.
Yeah, I love.
No, but my folks are both home health nurses, and my father uses it a lot for back pain, and it has
shout out Kennedy's pops. Shout out Mr. Phillips.
Right,
because he's got a lot of unfortunate spinal problems.
Mm.
Where he has to take some a lot of invasive surgery to correct that stuff, and between weed and hypnosis,
I hear hypnosis
is the only way that he can really cope. Because aside from that, he'll end up being really irritable, and which is tragic because he's a fantastic man.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm talking about my father, but you know.
Yeah.
The one thing that I will say is that there are reasons.
Everybody doesn't feel that way about their dad, so yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, like I have a fantastic relationship with both my parents.
Yeah.
But there is a reason why I would not be 100% on board with total legalization right away, and it's not for the reason you think.
Let me hear it. Because this kind of similar to. Go ahead. Just go ahead.
A while back, I had read a story. I'm not sure if it was in Washington or Idaho or Oregon. I think it was Oregon, where they rejected legalizing marijuana because if they had made it legal, one company would have a total monopoly on that industry in their state.
Yeah.
I could see that in a way.
And the problem that we're having right now is that there is no.
I got something for you.
There's no sensible direction forward right now to allow this industry to come into existence without it getting severely punished. Like if you're gonna legalize it all at once, but you need to have a system to bring it back in. Like you need to, I mean, first off, you need to make it so that you've got like the FDA watching over this stuff, so that you don't have contaminants in your ganja. I say as white as possible.
Ganja.
You need to retroactively consider releasing everybody that had been taken under a minor drug offense for possession of marijuana.
Yeah.
You need to be consistent, and you need to follow through with it. If you're going to do this patchwork thing of it being illegal in some states and not in others, it might as well be illegal, because there's people who could be in transit between states and not remember that they have something in there, or they might be delivering it for medicinal purposes.
Yeah, bro, it's like Colorado's fully legal, and Kansas is pretty much RICO law. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like you can take that path and like you're hit though.
Yeah.
Like that's fucking, you're right next to each other, and it's nope.
So close.
You also don't want another monopoly in the in this industry. We've got hundreds of trusts all over in all aspects of the American industry, from technology to oil to energy to other things like that. And
that's what I was going to say.
We don't need this system, this company, this entire business, this industry blossoming with a built-in Monsanto monopoly or anything like that.
That's what I was gonna say. The monopoly shit. Like we're in Kentucky, Ohio is our sister. Fucking is right next to us. But a couple years ago, when they tried to pass it for medical or whatever the fuck they were trying to pass it for,
Ohio?
yeah, they had a clause. Remember they had that clause where like only certain people can grow, and like Nick Lachey was one of the people that can do it, and like it was like it was not like the bill was proposed and it was a monopolized bill and it didn't pass because motherfuckers like normal people can't even get into this shit. What are you doing?
Yeah.
So it was like, and it was like three. I can't remember the other 3 or 4 people, but like it was like 3 or 4 people that were able to do it. Nick Lachey was one of them. Fucking what is he? 98 Degrees, Backstreet Boys.
98 Degrees.
98 Degrees.
They Jessica Simpson.
Yeah, like that son of a bitch. You know what I'm saying? But my question to this, and Kenny, you might have answered it in a way, but I want everybody's opinion. Will the black market ganja like still have a place when weed is legal everywhere? And I think it will, like 100%. I'm gonna get you guys' opinion. I feel like I already know your opinion. But I'm asking that because when I say black market, guys, don't think like deep web and that shit. I'm talking like just on the streets. You know what I mean? Like calling up your homie, like, hey, you got.
How it is now?
Like you got an eighth, bro. Like,
how it was.
You know what I mean? Like yeah, whatever.
How it is before it gets into the place.
But with a lot of these legal places, bro, like it's. The prices are so much more expensive. I'm not trying to incriminate myself and other, but like fuck it, whatever, it's weed. But it's like double the price.
I mean, for sure.
A lot of it's because they've got overhead, they've got regulations, they've got taxes that they have to deal with. They're like creating a product, and I would have to say like like you're creating a new pharmaceutical drug that people are going to be using, for recreational purposes as well, but that's going to be highly regulated, and that might get expensive after a while. There's always going to be a market for this kind of thing, for one, to see if they can make it cheaper, and for two, potency. So they might have a limitation on potency or something.
So you guys think the black market will still be pretty much the same as what it is now?
Yes. I don't think it'll be hardly.
They're probably going to introduce like all sorts of crazy things to make it more exciting or something on the black market.
They already do that with the cartridges and the different levels of shatter and concentrates and crystals and you know what I mean, moon rocks. Like they already do all this special dispensary.
I think it might even get a little bit cheaper outside of it. Like, you can pay half price or you can pay full price.
Because now you got that competition thing.
Yeah, they're not just dropping it like. They're not just $10 lower. They're going to be like $20 lower, $30 lower.
Yeah, it's going to change.
I'm okay with that.
It's going to change the whole game. You know what I'm saying?
I'm okay with it.
But that was my only question on the weed news. I was just curious about that because we just had the medical bill pass here, in which that's fine, but like you said, there's a lot. It's too much political and too much business, too many numbers, and too many hands in the pot when it becomes legal.
There's no way to predict where it's going to go right now. Because, again, when the industry starts, you don't know if it's going to get that monopoly right away or if some up-and-comer is going to really change the industry. Or, I don't know, if people from companion industries like Philip Morris might jump in. You know, the Marlboro guys.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm all. I guess I'm all for it in a sense, but everything you said, Kennedy, is all my woes in the situation. Because, like, I'm a true stoner, bro. You feel me? Like,
it's truest.
I'm not like
I hadn't gathered.
You know what I'm saying? But like in every sense of the word, like I feel like it enhances. I'm not the guy that smokes and gets lazy. You will never catch me doing that. You know what I mean? Like I literally use the weed as a tool. You know what I'm saying? Like it's my go-getter juice. Like people like, you want to smoke and hang out? I'm like, I can smoke and do some editing. I can smoke and do some research. I can smoke and
oh man,
go
I
do
got
some
a good friend of mine.
skits. You know what I'm saying? Like
I can smoke and do practically.
I'm not smoking and just sitting here though, bro. Like
no,
I'm not smoking and go to bed.
Like no, that's
I am smoking.
Like that's
a
waste of weed. Like create, my nigga, create.
Ben, I've got a friend of mine who I used to hang out with in college. He works for THQ now. He is one of the best.
THQ, the gaming producer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he works over there like doing animation and stuff. But
fire.
He is the best kind of stoner. He is a philosophy stoner.
Yeah, I like those.
He'll start toking up and talk about like, when you leave this room, from my perspective, you split into a billion possibilities. And they all collapse in on themselves when you come into my room. So in some ways, we're all committing genocide all at once of the possibilities of you. And I'm sitting there like, I'm glad you respect me enough to not include me as part of that genocide.
Word, bro. Word. I'm glad your philosophy went the way it went, because that was, you know what I'm saying? All right, let's move on.
I love that kind of fascinating, crazy talk. I love it.
That's kind of my favorite stoner, the philosopher stoner and the laughing stoner, the one that never stops laughing. Special K is a pretty good stoner, too.
I laugh a lot.
Special K is like sleepy, but he's not tired kind of stoner. You know what I mean? And he just laughs a lot. He has like the classic laugh too. So it works. That's not how you laugh.
I don't laugh like that at all.
We're gonna move on and we're gonna nerd out a little bit, guys. I want to mention, and we're nerd out. We kind of just run through these topics, but Kennedy has some king nerd shit he wants to expose to the world. He is king nerd, and we're gonna get to that. We're gonna let you go last, Kennedy, okay? Because I'm gonna run down this shit.
All right, fine, be that way.
I'll
see myself out.
Don't be nervous, bro. Don't be nervous. Telltale Games. I love Telltale Games. The art of storytelling in video games is one of the most important things to me. I think I talk about this a lot. Like
a little bit.
Plots, whatever, man. You just mad because you don't.
I think you already really Telltale vibe in the past.
Kennedy,
year,
I'm about to expose you to Kennedy. He don't know. I told everybody else to watch the show. Special K does not watch intros or storylines or cinematics when he plays any video games.
I don't.
He just plays the game. He skips all the story and.
Now you see here, that is lies and slander.
No, he does that.
I can tell you,
he doesn't. He does not.
Oh, he doesn't.
He doesn't. Okay.
What is wrong with you?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yell at him, you piece of crap.
Haven't you accepted that gaming is the next stage in narrative storytelling?
Yes, bro. Storytelling is everything.
It's so slow.
I have games that you will play that will make you cry.
Yeah, bro. Did you? So you? That's okay. We're gonna discover all the games. So did you ever tell me you watched the Final Fantasy VII story? Because I know you played it.
Final Fantasy VII. Well, yeah, I did watch it. That was like one of the few ones because it was
okay.
The Final
You're kind of redeemed all over the board.
First of all, Final Fantasy VII and the cinematics was a completely different thing.
It was.
You play the game.
It was epic.
And it was like playing Roblox now. Like it was completely different. They all looked all blocky like characters do.
Yeah.
But when you watch the cinematics, it looked perfect.
It was fucking. It was like the graphics now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
But
my first exposure is Final Fantasy X myself, so I always had that in between with it.
Have you not played Final Fantasy VII? Have you not played Final Fantasy?
I haven't finished it. I'm still on the
The
first
show's
bit.
over. This show's over. That was a show. Kennedy has not played Final Fantasy VII, so we're just gonna end the show here. God damn it, Kennedy.
The remake's coming
out.
Nah,
man, I've got Chrono Trigger on my end, so that's my redeeming factor.
Chrono Trigger. Okay, yeah, that's right up there. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Like I've played a lot of games. It's just I know that there is a certain stage of JRPGs before. Like again, my first exposure to JRPGs was Final Fantasy X.
The Final Fantasy X was dope, but it's not my favorite.
So my brain is kind of locked in that, and anything before it takes time for me because for some reason my brain's like, I want to do something else, even though I know that I'm invested and interested. Like my roommate's been trying to get me to play Phantasy Star 4 for a long time, which is a phenomenal story, but I cannot. I keep starting it and then stopping and wandering off somewhere else, and I hate myself for that.
Yeah, well, it was the same shit. But Telltale games, bro. If you haven't played Telltale game, it's literally they're decision-based games. They have like different endings and shit.
They're very popular.
They're fire. I'm going through. I play like a Wolf Among Us, shit like that, but I'm going through all the Walking Dead ones now, and it's some tearjerkers in these games. This shit is too much, bro. It's worse than the show.
It's tear-jerking, you know?
God,
like, oh, jeez.
Damn, bro. Like,
yeah, because they follow through with their storylines and not just focus on their soap opera quota.
Yeah, like, the game is literally just story and intensity. It's like, people die, man. It's fucked up. Another thing, nerd out. We nerding out right now in technology news.
Technology.
Did you guys see the new AirTap mouse thing?
I don't know this, but it sounds understandable.
I watched a tutorial, and it sounds like you have to learn a whole new language almost. So it's like a brass knuckle, right? And you can literally type words, but it depends on your finger combination and taps.
It does look like brass knuckles. $170, $169.95.
Yeah, and it's kind of fire, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie, but I don't know. This is like future shit. I don't know if I can adapt.
It looks like one of those flex things.
Like, if you can play the tutorial without the sound and watch how he types, it's sort of like an H was like the middle finger and index finger. The I was like a pinky, and it learns that it's weird. So you can literally type a whole paper with one hand. Like,
we're getting this much closer to the augmented reality of Minority Report. I want one of those like gesture things to edit.
I'm getting one as soon as they drop. I'm gonna spend a whole income tax check on that shit.
Well, what is it? Something for Minority
Report joint. I want the Tony Stark computers. It's like in your face. He's moved stuff.
I like that one too.
Fire.
I just expect all those like bright orange and bright blue holograms to give you eye strain after a while, though.
Yeah, I'm getting that now though. These goddamn computer screens. Nerd out. Science, guys.
Science.
Masturbation raises immune system and white blood cells or white blood count. Interesting.
Well, of course, scientists would have to say that. They
yeah, they beat off a lot.
I do my best.
I'm pretty much immune.
I do my best.
More nerd out. Did you guys know that I could have put this in entertainment, but I couldn't. If it's a video game thing, they got if you've been keeping up on any Mortal Kombat, I haven't played a Mortal Kombat in years.
Mortal Kombat 11.
But I love Spawn. And Mortal Kombat 11 has Spawn coming to the game.
Did you hear who's voicing him?
No, I did not.
They got Keith David.
Keith David. I know the name. What did he do?
Keith David. He played. He was in. They Live. With Roddy Piper.
Okay.
He was also Goliath. He was also the Arbiter in Halo. Like, he was Goliath in Gargoyles. He was the Arbiter in Halo.
Yeah, Goliath and Gargoyles.
He's been in a lot of stuff.
Seems
He's
like
a phenomenal voice actor.
That's fire. When you say Goliath and Gargoyles, if y'all don't know, Gargoyles is probably one of the best animated things that Disney ever did. Anyway.
Now available on Disney Plus.
Yeah, it is, and that's the only reason to get Disney Plus. I'm sorry.
I actually just finished watching that series. First 2 seasons are phenomenal. Third season, they went to ABC and they lost track of what they were doing.
It got weird.
It wasn't as good. It got kind of doofy.
They tried to get back into the Gargoyle legends, and it kind of got lost.
I know Jordan Peele wants to make a bring it back somehow.
Jordan Peele's doing a lot of shit right now.
He's a man on a mission, man, and he's doing great.
I talked about him last show, man, but yeah, we ain't gonna get to it. Kennedy, reveal your nerdness.
All right. Well, I am. This is not even remotely a secret, so I'm just gonna outright and say
our fans don't know, Kennedy.
I'm a proponent of tabletop RPGs. Dungeons and Dragons and things like that.
He's a dungeon master, guys. He's a dungeon master.
I actually run them, yeah. The big reason why I run them is because I use them as an opportunity to workshop my writing, to workshop my voices for all different characters and stuff. And
bro, I bet a fucking Dungeons and Dragons game with you is fire.
Yeah, I would play.
But
I would jump in.
But I do some. I don't usually do the ye old fantasy stuff as most people do in these things with D&D. I actually run a system called Savage Worlds, which lets you pretty much do any genre. You want yourself a Lovecraftian horror? I can do that. You want a Western in a timeline where the North and South never got back together? I can do that. Yeah. You want to play supervillains fighting against aliens after they've killed all the heroes? I can do that.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, yes. For it.
I run modules, and I try to expose new players to the experience in a way that is fun, fast, and furious, as the Savage Worlds group says. They actually just released a new edition, and I've been really enjoying it because I can bring new people who have never played RPGs before into a system that doesn't require you to have a math degree to play it.
Right.
And I run modules all the time just for people to get that first time on their belt.
Yeah. Me and Special K are not really in tabletop games, but we're Funko collectors, as you can see.
I could tell, yeah.
And they just got a tabletop game.
Yeah, last year we went to Gen Con, sleepy as fuck. Wait this long ass line to get the Funkoverse.
And that was a
tabletop game.
It was all for tabletop games, and we did not realize how big
Gen Con is a whole
were.
Tabletop game thing.
This thing was crazy,
and it's
pretty big.
It was insane to see the fucking it's a vast variety.
Yeah, we had to wait in line so long.
We
became friends with the mom taking a whole group of little Power Rangers in.
Yeah,
it was so cool.
But it was crazy to see like every genre, everything, every theme has a tabletop.
Yeah, they've got like a thing for everybody, for like every character. Like I even see you got like BoJack Horseman and Todd down there.
We do, yeah.
Like
Whoa.
that shit's crazy. But that's dope that you do that, bro, because I like shit like that, man, because just meeting, like who was I telling somebody? Like collectors, for instance. Like certain communities of nerds are like the best people to be around. You know what I mean? And I'm sort of like, because I collect fig pins and Funko Pops and I'm big into fig pins now. Like these people are so dope and genuine, just like have such a passion for their nerdness that's all there is.
Yeah. And the
You know what I
chat,
mean?
they're saying it's how hard it is to get into these games too.
Yeah.
The fun thing about like the RPG side of it is that there are people from all walks of life doing this kind of stuff. They've got their own tastes, their own.
You'd be
interests,
surprised,
things
bro.
Like that. And there's like an entire community of
We saw all
tropes and
kinds
other
of people
things
there.
to fall into.
Yeah. That's what I say. Like
Vin Diesel's a
everybody's-
huge D&D guy. I know.
Who
John
is?
Stewart, Vin Diesel. He's a
word?
massive. Yeah.
that kind of makes sense.
He made this Vampire Hunter movie not too long ago based on one of his characters.
Yeah.
And it's a fun movie, and it's just based on his D&D stuff. I know Jon Stewart, Stephen Colbert, and Steve Carell, and I think John Oliver all used to have D&D sessions with their boss.
They all fit the profile.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I mean, like what I find really funny is that they interviewed Jon Stewart, and they said, "Well, what class do you play?" He says, "Well, I play the rogue, obviously."
yeah. Yeah. All right. So my last question to nerd out, man. But that's dope you do that, Kennedy. You
guys ever want to learn or anything like that?
I was
I'll
just
throw you
about
through
to
a
say
module.
that.
I don't care.
I was just about to say that. I was like
I'll
literally
be down to learn.
like I'll be down to learn some D&D, bro. Because I like to get into shit. I love fantasy shit. Let's
I
get
love
it.
seeing all the little characters at the comic book store for D&D too.
Special K would be an
Yeah,
archer.
you can
He's
play
gonna
that
be an
stuff
archer.
online
I
now
like the
too,
archer.
because there's like there's Roll20, which you can like do tabletop stuff like on like a shared thing. There's also Tabletop Simulator, and you could also always do the theater of the mind, where I just describe things to you and you react
Yeah.
accordingly. But no,
Yeah,
like I
that's
can
fire.
I can pick a scenario or pick a setting of what you'd want to do if you want to stream that or whatever like that. I don't mind running you something.
That'd be fire, bro. We get our Stranger
Yep.
Things on. Stranger Things on. All right. Last of the nerd out, guys. Who is your number one anime hero?
I was talking about this yesterday. I like L from Death Note. He's not really a hero. He's someone who helps. Like he's my realistic hero.
Yeah, pick your fantasy hero. Like
My fantasy
like power and
Dude,
you know.
it would be All Might from My Hero because
Okay,
I think
then.
All Might's the best. He's
Oh,
the
okay,
symbol
I
of
like
peace.
that, I like that.
I think it's so awesome. I know he's not that old, but he's
No, he still fits. He's still. MHA
he
is
fits
pretty old book wise. So
Okay, so
I don't
I
like
will-
the way
I
I don't
will-
like the way you're starting this right now.
I will
Right,
emphatically
almost.
admit that I don't watch nearly as much anime as most people. Like I was a late bloomer, and during my time in high school, I had a very poor exposure to anime.
Okay. Oh God.
But let's see. In terms of heroes, I would say the one that I would say is my favorite would be Joseph Joestar
Is that,
from
is that JoJo?
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Yeah. I don't
Because they
think
have
I
him in
ever
part
watched
2,
I've
3,
heard
and
good things about
4,
that.
and the only time that I didn't like him was in part 4, but that's because he was kind of his brain had kind of left the building at that point. But no, part 2 and 3, he's extremely entertaining,
Yeah.
and I find his brand of heroism to be wholly unique.
Yeah.
That he's trying to do the right thing, but he's also kind of a dick.
Yeah, that's his whole purpose. I'm gonna have to go
And
with.
I love that.
I don't know if you guys even know this, but I'm gonna have to go with the Guyver.
MacGyver.
Guyver is throwback anime, like late '80s. I want to say, like
Oh
Dragon
yeah.
Ball. He's a high school kid, and I don't really know.
Very old, very old.
It was like some symbiote armor type thing, and there was like a certain amount of them. They spread across the world. He ended up finding one, and like it kind of like merges itself with your body. You kind of trigger it to go into the armor. And he was like a high school kid, had problems, got beat up and shit. Stumbled upon the little element or the alien armor, whatever the fuck you call it, and just became a fucking hero. Was fighting monsters, and any other person that had the Guyver armor ended up being evil. like all the other ones that had the other parts of the armor were like evil. So he would just run out when it was time to battle. He would just scream like Gaiva, and he'd go into his armor and just like he break arms in half. Fucking, it was the most brutal shit. It was dope. It was like a great story of like
God,
a kid.
please tell me you've watched Kill a Kill.
No, I can't.
I've heard about Kill a Kill.
I'm having a problem getting into it. Like I've
You
tried.
gotta keep going. It
try.
takes like for some people it takes a little bit of time, but it gets into that level of ridiculousness that only Trigger can attain.
Fire, bro. But it took me saying like One Piece. I got like 50 episodes in, and then I got distracted again. Like, and I'm kind of like
funny enough, I got into Naruto for exactly 50 episodes, and I said, I get it. I think I'm good.
I can't do his voice. I hate that anime voice. The voice Naruto has, the little bratty kid voice, I can't do it. I can't watch it because of that. And he's the main hero.
My problem is that like I felt like that when it comes to Naruto, it's been a misnomer that they call them ninjas.
Yeah.
Because what ninja says, I'm going to cast this magic that's going to be seen from the curvature of the earth.
Yeah, that's not what
to sneak up on somebody. No, if you just replaced the word ninja with the word wizard in that show,
yeah, because they are fucking wizards, bro. Like
they're just wizards.
They're not ninjas at all, bro. Like
that's wizards.
They're a bunch of fucking idiot kids who do magic and learn. I'm sick of it, man. Let's move on to entertainment, guys. We're gonna take entertainment, bring it to our main topic. Let's get the main topic out the way, bro.
Get the main topic. Weird movies.
Originality. We all know that past few years has been remake central, bro.
It absolutely has.
Either remakes or sequels, which to me are the same fucking thing. It's not an original fucking idea. It's not a fresh story. Even if it's an old book that nobody really knows and made into a movie, I will call that an original thing.
I think there will be some good sequels.
I will give that credit.
But not remakes.
Whether they're good or bad. There's an overpopulation of them, is the thing.
Yes.
There is not much original shit.
Speak of overpopulation.
Yeah.
Jeez.
You know what I'm saying? And I have a few stats over like literally the increase in the past few years. You know what I'm saying? But I want to know you guys' opinion. Like, how do you feel about just in theaters? Me especially can't talk about this a lot, but we can go back to it. How do you guys feel about just the theaters in general? Because we're seeing literally all we're seeing are remakes and revamps and you know what I'm saying, sequels.
And actually now since it's been later on, like time's gone by, movie theater prices I didn't realize have gone up so much. Like I went and saw My Hero and I didn't realize it was like $12.50 a ticket.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so if you're taking a chance, and I'm like, since everything's a remake, there's such a high chance of it just sucking. So you're like, I'm losing time, I'm losing a decent amount of money. All the people I took to the movie with me, like if I take my girlfriend, her kid,
it's
I just
not
lost
that,
a whole bunch of
that
movie.
entertaining.
Yeah, like we just lost movie and their time, and it's my fault they lost time because I wanted to even try and go do this.
Kenny, how you feel?
I got a lot of feelings on it. I grew up studying film. Like I have a cinema studies degree for my undergrad and as well as creative writing. But
and I want to say you're one of the people that hated Lion King as much as me. And
the remake, yeah.
I think that shit was the worst movie I ever seen in my life. I'm sorry. Well, Midsummer was the worst movie. It wasn't the worst movie, but for an attempt at something great,
so
sad.
When it comes to originality, I remember way back in 2005 when I worked at Movico Theaters. There was a point where all the movies that had come out at the time was Spider-Man 3, Pirates of the Caribbean 3, Shrek 3.
Yeah.
It was like the month of threes, and
threes are out.
It had gotten me very concerned. And yeah, back then it was definitely pretty bad. But I could tell you that we are definitely seeing a bout of desperation right now. We're in a transitionary period, or we're in a transitory period.
Yeah.
With the advent of streaming media now being treated as a credible threat to the entertainment industry, and films being released on streaming platforms. Now, the thing about this is that this may come off a little strange, but we only have ourselves to blame.
True.
Yeah.
The reason why for this is because as fewer and fewer people are going to theaters. Theaters are getting more desperate, and they're charging more and more to make ends meet. Because they get their money off of their concessions, and they get their money off of something really big and popular. They ultimately have to care about putting butts in the seats, and that is fine. That is their job. That is what they have to worry about. So it only makes sense that a lot of these bigger films, like Disney dominating a good 60 to 80% of the market, would be popular. Because right now you've got like Disney spreading themselves out in such a way where they have either a Pixar movie, a Star Wars movie, a Marvel movie, or a Disney animated film.
I don't like it either.
Happening all at once, happening at any given point in time in theaters.
I don't like the Disney takeover. I can't.
And that's terrible. It's scary, but I want to give you a glint of hope in all of this.
Oh boy!
In the last 5 years, we've been seeing a gradual shift where the potency of the original content is getting stronger.
Yeah.
What I mean by that is there would have never been a point 10 years ago where a foreign film would have gotten Best Picture.
Yeah, you're talking about Parasite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There would have never been a point where a movie starring Willem Dafoe in a lighthouse losing his mind would have seen the time of day.
I really want to see that too, bro.
There would have never been a time
I love straight down
where
movies that are actually good.
There never would have been a time where a movie like Sorry to Bother You would get theatrical attention.
That was also good too.
These films, while we are seeing a significant reduction in original films, that's only in the sense of the mainstream push of theaters.
Yeah, that was my second part too.
The ones that break through are truly worth your time.
Yeah.
Because if they are able to get themselves far enough out into the front to compete with DC and Marvel and James Cameron and Steven Spielberg, it's worth checking out.
Yeah.
But that's not even to say that original movies aren't happening. They're just happening on a smaller scale.
And that's what I was gonna say. Like
still going.
That's what I was saying. My second part of this was the streaming services are killing original content. Like even when you go to like the series and shit,
they're giving the people a chance.
Like they're killing it. Like it's so many good movies just sitting on Amazon Prime and Netflix and Hulu. If you look, there's so many good fucking movies. You know what I'm saying? Like
you can find them.
Like there's even good TV shows. Like I just watched
some great fucking TV shows. Have you seen Euphoria? Did you watch Euphoria yet?
I haven't gotten to watch Euphoria yet.
Okay, it's all
I'm
good.
I'm still going through another series called Happy.
Yeah, we talked about Happy.
Yeah, I watched the first season.
Yeah.
I'm still going through the first season, but it is like I've never seen a show like this before.
Nope.
Nah, it's brilliant.
It's about it's like this really gritty black comedy about a guy trying to hunt down a serial killer with the help of an imaginary friend.
Yep. It's fire. It's fire.
But what baffles me is that it was made by the Sci-Fi Channel of all things. I'm like,
that doesn't baffle me though. That makes
outside your realm.
That makes sense to me though. For some reason, that fits on Sci-Fi to me. Because
I feel like there's been a few Sci-Fi shows I've watched.
Yeah, like even a super Sci-Fi shit has that same like off kilt kind of humor.
Well, like a lot of their stuff would be like Mega Shark versus Giant Octopus stuff. That's the kind of stuff that they would make. Or Stargate SG-1, which I really enjoyed when I was a kid.
Yeah, The Magicians is a Sci-Fi show too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But but to that note, like it's a lot of good content where you ain't looking. You know what I mean?
It's just you have to in order for us to be able to encourage this direction that things are going. Important.
Whoops.
The industry is only going to pay attention if people give it the time of day.
Yeah, this is true.
Castlevania, everybody didn't think was going to be a good series on Netflix. but then they watched it and it was phenomenal.
I heard
And
good things
now
about
it's on
that,
its
too.
3rd season, going on 4, and
You
it's
talking about
still
the animated
good.
shit?
Yeah.
Okay, I watched that. I thought I was saying he had some live action because I did not see that. Well,
Honestly,
y'all-
Castlevania, best video game adaptation of
yeah, that
into a
shit's fire.
film or series. Period.
What's that other Berserker Rage or Berserker? That shit was pretty good too.
Yeah,
But I think that
like
was-
my point is that like if you see something that's got an interesting idea, don't tell yourself, well, I only have $13 and I'm not sure about this.
Yeah.
If it's interesting to you, go see it.
Yeah, and that's what I'm about.
Go
That's
see
how I ended up seeing Midsummer because it looked interesting,
Looked
and I was let down. And it's like that's what impressed me. Like they let shit like that, and man, I give Midsummer's credit because it did win a lot of awards to get its way up to the theater. But if that gets a chance, there's a lot of other shit that needs a chance. Like you know what I mean? And halftime now around here, I feel like we get like the big blockbuster movies, and they be gone in a hot second still. They'll do good, but they don't even be in our theaters.
Oh no, they're going quick. We live right by the video store, so you always see the video store have the stuff out, and like that's out already.
You know what I mean? Like I feel like there's room to give all these independent movies a chance, bro.
But like, would you rather go out and it's like we say $13 a ticket, and on top, if you're getting everyone a drink, some candy,
I mean,
each person's like $25, and you can just wait 2 months.
If the concept is worth it, I'll do it. Like, bro, I'll go to the movies for any reason. So like, if you give me
I know
like
how much you love the movies.
yeah,
Sid
but
loves
like
the
if you give me
movies.
a concept like something different and new, like hell yeah, I'm gonna go pay that.
You definitely give it a go.
Yeah, like I'm gonna go see the 8th Avengers and all this goofy shit. Why not? Men in Black 4 and fucking the 18th Spider-Man movie and all this other
18 redid.
You know what I mean? Like, why not? Literally everything last year was something else. You know what I mean?
Oh.
I just think the whole prophecy of the movie theaters coming to a close it's gonna happen.
I disagree. For a couple of reasons. I do feel like that there's going to be a bit of a scaling back on it, but I don't think that
that's
the
already
film
happening.
industry is ever going to completely disappear. Everybody thought that this was going to happen when VHS came out. Everybody thought this was going to happen when television came into existence.
Yeah, I think the accessibility to media is totally different now.
But streaming never came
This is
into
just a
existence.
different stage in how we consume our entertainment.
Yeah.
There is nothing that's going to be able to accurately replace the experience of being in a movie theater.
Oh yeah, the experience. We talked about on the show. The experience is why it's still there. You know what I mean? Like the expensive shit you pay for, just the whole vibe, the seats, everything.
I kind of would rather just drive-in. Let's bring back drive-ins.
Bring back drive-ins.
Drive-ins everywhere.
I enjoy drive-ins.
drive-ins.
I enjoy
Well, like,
drive-ins, but
the
I'm a
thing
big
is
I'm
that,
a big
like-
theater person. Like I love the theater, but I won't constantly go to the theater. There's nothing for me to watch though. You know what I mean? Like
I had a class about like film audiences when I was about 10 years ago. And one of the most fascinating experiments that they asked me to do as part of my curriculum was go find the biggest action or big movie with like a big horror movie or anything like that. Watch it once in an empty theater or like in a very barren theater, and watch it once in a packed theater.
yeah.
The movie I picked was Cloverfield back in 2008.
Yeah.
I had two experiences with it. One was in an old people theater where we had like 5 or 6 elderly individuals watching it, and the movie was okay. It was okay. Like I enjoyed it. Like I had fun with it, and on its own, it's fine. It's a fun little monster movie. The second time I watched it, there was a group of 15 extremely loud black women in the front of the theater, and the whole theater went nuts.
That's how we get down
throughout this whole thing, and that was the best way to watch it.
That. We immerse in the theater, okay? We're gonna talk to the screen. We're gonna yell at that shit. We're gonna tell you what the person in the movie what to do every step of the way. If you don't do it, guess what? We mad. And we gonna talk about it.
I love watching films with people because I'm unfortunately one of those people that talks in movies a lot. I mean, if you really hate that kind of stuff, I will definitely curb my tongue because I'm polite. But if I usually prefer to have the movie watching experience be a group thing where people are talking about the film or discussing or riffing on it or anything like that.
Yeah.
That's how I got through The Color
It's
of
all
Space.
about the vibe. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I love theaters. Like, if the theaters ever went away, like, that would take a big chunk out of my soul. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm
That
just
would be weird.
I'm just
Like
worried.
Blockbuster
Like,
did.
I'm just really worried, man.
Like Blockbuster, when they took Blockbuster away,
yeah,
and
like-
I was like, what?
Like
I know you
Blockbuster
loved
was
that
like
as a kid.
Blockbuster
I
was
worked there,
5%.
did
It
all
had
that,
that 5% feel of walking into a movie theater, and it was just
Yeah.
the walk in, the smell, the vibe. Like, oh, it's movie time. Only thing he was missing was the rest of it. But
Well, it's also that like the nice thing about Blockbuster was that unlike
Shout out
Netflix,
Blockbuster
where there's
for
a
you.
limitation to like how much they can have in their library, you could walk around Blockbuster and find hundreds of old movies
yeah,
that
bro.
you just stumble across and be like, well, this looks interesting.
Yeah, you can find shit you
Um,
watched back in the day that you didn't remember, and like they had everything. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
just
Right,
you
literally.
Hollywood
with
Video
the
Drive.
advent of streaming, you kind of have to know what you're looking for.
Yeah, that's the
That's the-
downside.
that's the
It's not
problem.
fun. Like, it'll deter you from even watching anything. You're like, I can't find shit. What is this? And then you got to pick a streaming service. I want to go Prime, Netflix, Hulu. Click the
The
categories.
streaming wars have started, my friend.
Yeah, man, and I kind of wish Disney wasn't involved in it at all. Moving on. I want to get into. I don't know if I want to go to this Color Out of Space thing or get into the rest of the entertainment rundown. Let's run down. Let's run down entertainment because I feel like this Color Out of Space thing we gonna have fun with.
Waiting for either. Oh,
I want to hear what your opinion of it is.
I'm gonna say right now I had fun watching it. I love cheese factories.
of the
I
Color Out of
I
Space.
love cheese. I love cheese and I love Nick Cage. Like, but anyway, Pete Davidson. I would spell it Pete Davis.
Pete Davidson.
Pete Davidson, Curtis's twin, has
Just like me.
has a new show coming out, bro. Like, y'all personalities are very similar too, bro.
Yeah.
He got a new show coming out called The Rookie, and I just think it's weird because like
Dude, that's the show's been out though.
this dude, like, well, he has a show out. My man, not coming
Oh,
out,
yeah.
but it's just weird to me, like, because this dude is like really like sheltered, and you never really see him on nothing. But I brought it up because his style of acting is not really acting, and I think it's
not. It's
dope
been
as
normal.
fuck that he just gets away with just pretty much being himself on camera.
Bill Murray, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Like a
Bill Murray.
type.
yeah, bro. Like,
Bill Murray.
it's
type.
it's fire, but you haven't seen that style of acting since Bill Murray. There's a few other guys back there I don't want to say, but I think it's dope. Rumors of Quentin Tarantino making a Django and Zorro movie. How y'all feel about this?
I mean, if Quentin Tarantino wants to do it, I have faith in everything he does.
Yes.
I don't know, man. I'm gonna be the only I'm probably the only person that's said this, but after the last movie he made, I'm starting to feel like he's peaked.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah,
It's
I
one
hated
movie,
that film.
Kennedy. It's one movie.
Everything
Everything before that was fire. He had no fails. Like, what do you know? Hateful Eight,
That's
fire. Django, fire. Though Django was almost too much for me. You know, it's almost too personal. Like,
No, that's
I
fair.
don't
Like
really
again,
do slave
there's
movies.
going to be like highs and lows. It's just
got,
it's
like,
one of
white
those
friends,
things
you know
of
what I mean? It's
like
not good for the
I
mental.
I had never run into a movie of Tarantino's that I didn't like.
It's one
Like,
movie.
I've
Kennedy.
enjoyed all
You
of them.
can't give up on them yet. It's one movie.
No, I'm going to be a little more wary with Django and Zorro. That'll work out. I mean, maybe he'll have Antonio
Django.
Banderas come back.
That would be hilarious. Hey, Antonio Banderas, I just seen him in something random. I don't know what it was, but he still got it though. What the fuck was he watching? My
As
girl,
long
I
as
think
people
my girl
doesn't
knows.
age
She
right.
can always remember the movies I can't.
He just always looks the same and doesn't age.
Yeah, like, but he still got a little swag in his swaggy. Let's see, Tom Hardy, another rumor, but I think this was. I think I clarified this one. I think I actually did a search on this one. It's set to be Frankenstein in the new Blumhouse movie. New Blumhouse production is with
Tom Holland.
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy. Why was
Tom
Tom
Hardy,
Holland?
man, the man Tom
I
Hardy.
always
bro.
want to say Tom Holland. for some-
Batman. Lee Wannell, the producer of Saw, is doing the Frankenstein movie. I love Frankenstein, the story. Tom Hardy's dope.
Tom Hardy's really good.
Blumhouse is like, I don't know. Sometimes they get it right, sometimes they don't.
I'll
I'm
give it a
big, like-
shot. I mean,
I'm a
hey,
big
it could
horror
be
and
worse.
gross
It could be
fan.
another Robin Hood.
Say it again.
I said it could be worse. It could be another Robin Hood.
That Robin Hood was disgustingly terrible.
Which
talking about the
one?
shit
There's
with
been
Jamie-
like 60
The
of them.
newest one, bro, with Jamie Foxx and I can't remember the main character. That shit was so bad. That was the worst movie I've ever seen in my life. I say that a lot. Midsummer to clarify, Midsummer is still the worst movie I've ever seen in my life. No matter how many movies I say is the worst movie I've ever seen in my life. Okay. Anyway, Netflix. We got a few remakes, guys. Netflix. What are you doing over there? What are you doing?
I do all
Let's
kinds
see
of
what
things.
Special K's doing. What are you doing?
I do all kinds
God
of things.
Damn it, Special K.
I gotta look busy at all times.
No, you don't. There is a Mrs. Doubtfire series coming. I don't even want to spend much time on that. I don't know the network. I didn't write it down. I don't care. It wasn't even on the script I sent y'all because I'm pissed off. You don't remake anything Robin Williams did. Katie, I see a look on your face. What's up?
Didn't we get to that point where people are starting to acknowledge that movie hasn't aged all that well, considering the connotations of it?
Yeah, bro. It's fine.
I mean, like back in the time when it came out, it was charming, but now it's like,
it's risky.
Yeah, bro. Like
that's some primo stalker vibes right there.
I think it'll be fine with because it's set
It's also
in
going to be weird without.
It's grandfathered in
It's
as
be
a
weird
thing.
without Robin Williams, man.
That's my problem. Don't do his stuff. Don't do his stuff. Favorite Robin Williams movie?
Oh man, I
Jack.
You just said that. Think about it and say another one. This one said Jack. You said Jack.
Love that movie.
Well, cool.
Little kid. Oh
No, that just sounds like the BS. That sound
I'm
like
torn.
Special K BS. And okay, if that's your movie, that's your movie. I wasn't sure.
I'm torn between the Birdcage and Aladdin.
The Birdcage and Aladdin. Mine is What Dreams May Come and will always be What Dreams May Come. What Dreams May Come is in my top 5 movies, though. A beautiful fucking movie. I loved it. It was like my passion for movies like quintupled when I saw that. I was like, this is fucking amazing. It's dark. It's sad. It's happy. I cried. I laughed. I ate a sandwich. It was great.
I gotta ask you before you jump back in because we touched on it, but I wanted to get into a little bit more detail.
Oh God,
what did you think about The Color Out of Space?
We gonna get into it.
Okay, I want to know.
Give me 2 more because I know we're gonna spend some time on it. Because I want to spend time on Nick Cage. I got 2 more things. I got 2 more things. One more thing, actually, just one. No, 2. Netflix is set to release another Charlie and Chocolate Factory movie, another remake of Charlie and Chocolate Factory.
Why not? Let's go again for it.
I don't get that. But
I have no problem with it.
At the same time, the only thing is Netflix is doing it. It might be fire.
It might be.
Netflix originals are the best entertainment on TV right now.
There are things I like from the first. I like the first one the most. Obviously, the first remake. I mean, I didn't like it, but there's things I did like from it.
I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, just keep in mind for every Stranger Things that that Netflix has, you've got maybe 3 Neo Yokios.
Yeah, facts. This is true. But
just remember, they're not all hits.
Yeah. Let's get into it, Kennedy, because you're excited and you're ready. Color Out of Space. Me and Kennedy talked earlier this week, and I passed the message to Special K. He watched it. I'm proud of Special K. High five.
I watched it right before this.
Usually this motherfucker don't watch shit I ask him to watch. He just play video games, beat his meat. I don't know what he does in his spare time.
I'm eating meat and playing video
you
games.
beat your meat all the time, bro. I'm sick of it.
I'm a meat beater. Beat that meat all that.
Kenny suggested Color Out of Space with Nicolas Cage. It is an adaptation of a H.P. Lovecraft story. And I'm going to go first. Kenny wants to know how I felt.
I'll go first. Get it, Jay.
It was absolutely ridiculous, first off. Absolutely. But you're going to hate me for this. I felt the same way I felt about Pan's Labyrinth. Like, Cheese Factory, tried really hard, didn't really get it, but I enjoyed it, man. I enjoyed it.
Oh, jeez.
I enjoyed it. I felt like I was watching that old 80s movie. What is it with Tom Cruise? Like his first movie with the devil and shit. The Legend of something, or like Legendary. Something. Like I felt like I was watching like a late 80s movie. Where like the effects weren't all that good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but I liked it. I liked it. Like Nicolas Cage. And I'm gonna tell you why. It was Cheese Factory, guys. It was a cheese fucking factory. I'm not gonna call it a good movie, but I enjoyed Nicolas Cage because I always enjoy Nicolas Cage. The way he talks, the way he delivers his words. He's so fucking. Something's wrong with the guy. Like he has a problem.
Oh, there's definitely something wrong with Nicolas Cage.
He's like, holy shit.
I never know if he's like purposely acting like a certain way, or is that just how he acts.
Me and Kenny kind of talked about that last night. We don't know, but
oh no, he's legitimately pretty off kilter. Like the dude accepts pretty much any movie that
He's like a
that
deaf
gets
man
put in
actor.
front of him because he's in crippling debt for all of the ridiculous things he spent money on.
Yeah. The
Jeez.
special effects were probably the worst part of the movie outside of dialogue. Obviously. The setting, the story was dope. Like, I mean, it's not an original story. The story was dope. The setting was dope. The movie could have been dope.
And had a chance. It started really well.
But it didn't really give you anything. Like, it didn't give you nothing. You didn't know why, what, how. It was sporadic. It was just, I don't know. It was a shit show. But very entertaining if you just want to see some offbeat cheese factory and just want to be like, what the hell am I looking at right now? The fucking alpacas.
The alpacas.
The fucking
The
alpacas.
alpacas are the way of the
Dude, when
future.
he drank the milk from the alpaca. I was so confused why they even threw that in there.
Yeah, bro, listen.
When he's like, "Oh,
You
don't
know
like it?
why? Because Nick Cage asked for it. This
He
is
wanted to drink.
You want me to drink the milk?"
I'll do it, man. I've milked it. It's right here. I don't want to waste it.
I can eat peach for hours. This whole
Did you guys see me improv the
Face
milk
up.
drink? And they're like, "You shouldn't have done that."
He came out the house like the funniest part of the movie to me is that whatever the alien shit was, it would have them raging out, and then last minute they would just agree with each other.
Dude, he was
Like,
raging constantly.
that movie
It's
just
pissing me off.
The movie was so funny. Like, I was entertained. I might watch it again just to laugh. Like, that was a pure comedy.
It is definitely like a ridiculous enough movie to just riff on.
Yeah,
It's
like,
that
it's-
kind of film.
It's a good
It was
classic.
pink.
But-
I don't know what color it was. Like, I was like, what the fuck
Like,
is
what
that?
are you doing?
I've never seen this color
The-
before.
I gotta admit, man, like the one thing about this movie is that I've been waiting for somebody to attempt a serious take on a Lovecraftian movie for a long time.
Yeah.
For a Lovecraftian story, because they're like Lovecraft is. I really dig those kinds of stories, but now here's the thing. The one thing that I will say about Lovecraft as an author is that he is delightful when it comes to descriptions.
Yeah.
Detail
Yeah.
of strange things.
I think that's where the movie
The
fucked up at. They
moment
couldn't put that
someone
across.
someone opens their mouth, total crap shoot.
Yeah.
Because he
Yeah.
does not know how to write dialogue.
Yeah.
But I found this movie to be frustrating in a couple of ways because there are glimpses of brilliance in this film.
Yep, it is.
Little tiny glimpses.
Tiny
Like
ones. Yep.
from a technical standpoint, like the cinematography, the sound design, the like even the special effects lended to what they were going for, because this was a $12 million movie,
Yeah.
so they didn't have a
Jesus.
lot of budget to work with.
But for $12 million for not a major release, I feel like that's fucking too much for that. I feel like they could have
Yeah.
portrayed the story without
dude,
the
these
effects
kinds
and
of
did a
films
better
usually
job.
go for 30 or 40.
Yeah. Okay.
But like
I don't know
the
my
thing was
movie
is that
budgets.
like the special effects were inconsistent, but when they did their practical effects, those were phenomenal.
Yeah. Like the
Like
whale.
there's this
the
one
whale.
scene,
Why do you
like-
feel about the whole whale situation? I think the whale thing was like predated as fuck. The whole everything with the whale was like Jim Henson's creature feature shop type deal.
I can get that, but again, they had a lot of practical effects going for it. The way that I
Yeah.
would describe this movie is kind of like a cross between Annihilation and Slither.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or Slither.
Yeah. Slither was fun.
Like
Weird.
Slither, I have a small like guilty pleasure about enjoying
Oh.
Slither.
Yeah,
because
Slither's-
it's
I like
campy as
Slither.
hell, but the difference is that movie Slither understands that it's stupid.
Yeah.
I don't feel like this movie understands
Played
it's
on that
stupid.
role.
See, I
Because
don't know. I was like 50-50 on that. Like, part of me was like, okay, they knew what this was.
Well, like
But
the thing
then
is
the other
that
50 was like, it's Nick Cage and they have they wanted something else, but they just could not get it. Like, it just
well,
didn't
like
happen.
the thing was is that this was directed by the guy who did The Island of Dr. Moreau.
Okay.
So
saw it.
of course it's going to be batshit insane.
Yeah.
And again, there were
was fun
moments in
also.
it where the
Was-
scares were legitimately good. Like I was watching it with 3 of my friends, and when we got to the shower scene with Nick Cage and that thing of protoplasmic jelly,
Yeah.
all of us jumped. Like all of us were like, "Whoa!"
Yeah.
And we actually got like chilled by it. And there are moments in this where the pacing and the tone of it is spot on.
Yeah.
I just really wish that any of the characters aside from the hydrologist were likable.
Yeah.
Also, Chong was great too.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have to do anything. He just put him in the movie, let him say words,
Yeah.
and it's fire. Kennedy,
but like even
Kennedy,
he got a
before you keep
great
going,
scare.
Before you keep going, I want to get Special K's initial reaction
Maybe.
before we dig deep, because this is going to dig. Like, I want to know your favorite scenes, the worst scenes to you. I want to know all that. Special K, your initial reaction.
My initial reaction to it started out like a decently like good movie, and then when like after the whole entire meteor came down and the weird stuff started happening, I just felt so lost and confused, and I was like, why are they doing this? And then when you'd see like just the whole idea of the characters molding into each other and like the alpacas molded, and when you saw them, it just got weirder and weirder, and I didn't know what we were going for. I had no idea this was the whole concept.
Yeah, there was nothing to catch on to.
That's the thing though. Like that, I would say like in terms of emulating a Lovecraftian story, spot on. Like you're supposed to feel that kind of confused and estranged on what's going to happen. But I will say that like in Act 2, it's about a half hour too long.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
Yeah, easy.
By Act 2, you're like, why are you continuing to do this sort of thing?
Bro, that whole ending, the whole ending was like, we're just looking at light for 4 minutes.
So much.
And like,
it's intense, but
like,
it's
why
like,
are we doing this? Like, why
Color
is
I never seen before.
What if you had to take a good scene, the most effective scene for you? What is it? Both of you, whoever goes first.
I would personally say the shower scene.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a great representation of everything that's happening in this, but not having a total understanding of what's going on. You know that he's making a big mistake going into the room, and then when he sees something like totally alien come in, just masterfully executed with its pacing, the editing, the cinematography. Like I had a problem with the editing in general because again, there's a lot of moments in this where it's very wildly inconsistent, like between the dialogue, between the writing, and just some of the characterizations where like Nick Cage would swing between being completely totally rational to I'm suddenly Donald Trump portrayed by Jim Carrey.
Yeah, he was bugging. I told you that. Holy shit. He kept saying holy shit, and I just laughed every time.
And I'll be honest, I was kind of bummed out by Nicolas Cage's freak out in his car. It was just like, 6 out of 10.
Yeah, bro, it was.
He's had some good freak
That's
outs.
one thing he usually can do.
The freak out.
Yeah, like that freak. He was punching the roof. Like, come on, Nick. Get out the car and hurt something. Like, flail a little more. Get a little more angry in that voice. So, do you have a favorite scene?
Yeah, but like if these characters were like likable and enjoyable, they'd be great. It would be a lot better.
The best character got melded. But I don't want to get there because what best scene for you? Most effective scene.
My most effective scene that really let me go with how like weird this was when the two kids looked down the well, and he heard like a dog bark, and he got in the well. And all I'm thinking is, why would you ever do this in this scenario?
Yeah.
You were like playing your part as the brother who was just staying good, and you're like, oh, it's only gonna take 2 minutes. Let me check the well. That is the grossest yet scariest looking well ever because you heard a dog bark.
Fuck that shit, bro.
No, it's not gonna happen.
Like a big thing about those kinds of things, you have to find a balance between it being, oh well, this is just terrible writing, to, oh no, he's legitimately losing his goddamn mind.
Yeah. Oh,
because in that moment of attachment, like that made sense to me. But then there's other scenes where like they spend like 20 and 30 minutes saying, we got to get out of here. We got to get out of here.
Yeah.
And they're like, then go.
Yeah, just
walk out. I mean, there's nothing stopping you.
The most effective scene for me, bro, is just after the mom and the kid got melded together, all the moans and the grossness, and I think it was more so the kid, bro. Like that gave me creepy creeps, bro.
I thought the kid was gonna be safe the whole movie.
Like
and that happened.
The moaning was like kind of cheesy, but like to see how gross they looked, and like to think like when you heard the kid say "daddy," like that shit kind of fucked with me. Like that was, I didn't like that too much. That kind of gave me the creeps, but gave me the willies. The worst scene, the most random and like that just didn't need to be there, was when the mom and when Nick Cage and the wife are driving down the road and that fucking alien pops out like, ah, and then you just,
Oh, the cat.
and then you just never see it. Yeah, you just never see
Yeah.
it again. Like, why?
You just see the.
What
And
was
they're
that?
like, all right, I guess that was happening.
Like,
Move
is
on.
this whole thing about aliens, or is the radiation like there could have been more of that, or like what that could?
Well, like they
it
do
didn't
a
need to be
really
there. They
good
could've just-
job. They do a really good job explaining it with when Chong's character in the shack. You have that like really creepy recording, and he's sitting there,
Oh yeah.
completely gone. And when you start finally seeing the next stage of it, like that explanation was so good and so very effective in how creepy it is.
Yeah.
Because the thing that I do appreciate about this movie is that they do a great job keeping you off balance.
Yeah,
You have
definitely-
no
it's just-
idea how
it's
to
up and down and up and down.
conceptualize this thing.
Yeah, that's what I said. There's nothing to grab onto.
There's
Like-
nothing to grab onto, and that's by choice.
Yeah.
That's on purpose.
It's not
But
necessarily a
again,
bad thing.
the dialogue kind of keeps it from getting anywhere sensible. Because like the one character in the whole movie who I knew like had a good head on his shoulders and knew what he was talking about was the hydrologist.
Yeah.
And there's a point in the movie where he tests the water, and the pH strip melts in his hand, and he
Yeah.
says, well, I guess I better suggest to them don't drink the water, not I am calling the CDC,
Yeah,
we have
bro.
a crisis.
Like it was like it was all incomplete. It's like, all right, we're doing this. Nah, we're not doing this anymore. Next scene, we're doing this. No, next scene. Let's just
Yeah, like
let's just try this
the
next
key
scene.
problem with it was just inconsistency of quality
Yeah,
that kept it from being like truly good. Like,
like
right,
it had all the elements. Like
it's fun and stupid, and it's got some like glimpses of really legit good horror, but it's not, I wouldn't say that it's like a particularly good film. It is a fun film though.
yeah, it is fun. It's like I said,
She's fun.
I enjoy watching it. Like I was there looking at Nick Cage. That fucking scene, another bad scene when he raged out and shot all the alpacas. Man, that shit was hilarious.
I was like
The alpacas thing was just
Fucking out. He came out of the house like, you didn't move the alpacas. I bet you didn't even feed them, did you? And he's like, why are you so mad about these alpacas, bro? They're still in the yard. Like, what's your issue, bro? What is your issue, dog? He raged the fuck out, bro.
well, you
He
got to
lost
remember,
his
like during the movie, he's supposed to be experiencing the pressure of madness, like kind of like The Shining or other things like that,
yeah.
where like that high pitched squeal, which I really legitimately hated, but all the other sound design was fantastic. The like him like experiencing the smell and having it like affect every single aspect of him. It was interesting that you could never tell when they were crazy, but none of these people I ever felt like they had a familial connection with one another, because they all like acted like such snippy little bitches towards
Fix the
each other.
dish! Fix the dish! He was so mad about those tomatoes. Bro, that movie is hilarious. Like,
Yeah, it's
Slam
dunk.
like the way he took a bite out of all of them so fast. Like, at first I'm like, what are you doing?
I
Like,
want to
why
know
are
where
you
he got
doing that?
all of them from. Because you see him pick like 5 to 6 tomatoes, and then while he's talking, the girl's talking to him, he's just dunking like.
So many.
Yeah, he's like, boom!
Yeah, bro. He only bit like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
But he was.
Yeah, but they all
dunking them.
tasted the same, and they're like, because like he had that weird sense of smell and taste going on with him.
Yeah,
where
the
everything,
cancer smell. He said it was the cancer in the hospital smell.
yeah.
Listen,
But like, if you want to,
if y'all just tuning in,
like,
man, if y'all just tuning in, FBS Hateful Day Special K with Kenny Phillips, we were talking about Color Out of Space. Man, continue, Kennedy. Sorry, it's just watch it.
like
It has Nick Cage in
I
it.
would say
There you
out
go.
of all the other Lovecraftian movies that I've seen, I would compare this
This
a
was
lot
fire.
towards
Thanks, sir.
the Reanimator, in that terms of like campy silliness. But
I
the
don't know
thing
if I've
about
seen
the
The
difference between the Reanimator and the Color
I've
Out of
seen
Space
it.
is that the Reanimator
Yeah.
understands
I have not.
completely that it's a silly movie.
I don't know if I've seen that. Let me write it. I feel like every episode I gotta write.
Lori
down something.
animator.
Every episode I have to write down something to watch, bro.
But like, if you want like a movie that manages to effectively get across what the Color Out of Space is doing in terms of like a malicious entity that you don't know what it's going to do next,
Yeah.
but pair it with the writing and the pacing that it deserves, I recommend watching 1408.
Oh, Fortunately, it's fire.
The hotel room. Oh wait.
It's
The John Cusack, the one with John
Yeah, the
Cusack
hotel
and
room.
Samuel Jackson. Because
Fire.
that film, like
That
that
shit's
film
fire.
is pitch perfect for me in terms of that kind of horror. But like I will always
Why did I
be a
write that down?
sucker for films that are really crazy or have like this absolutely ludicrous concept.
Yeah, those are my favorites.
That I'm just fascinated and want to learn more about it. That's why I got so attracted to Annihilation when it first came out.
Yeah, like I try to stay away from, like I really don't. I watch anything, but I'm going to pick the movie that's furthest from real life over everything else, because it's like I don't want to see something I either been through, went through, talked to a friend about. Like, why do I want to see the everyday shit when I can watch something that's just out of this fucking world? You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like, it's better that way, but. I would suggest Color Out of Space to all the movie junkies. Like, if it's a
Absolutely.
must, it's
Like,
a
if you-
must see for
If you love riffing movies, if you love seeing
I
Lovecrafty
could see
stuff,
just to see it something appalling.
I
Just
would
to,
tell people to
Heck,
see it just to see it.
yeah, I-
Let's see.
but-
what the fuck
we've
am I
been
looking at?
smashing on this thing, but by far this is one of Nicolas Cage's like better movies in the last decade.
Yeah, I've seen every Nicolas Cage movie that's ever released, and yeah,
I'm sorry.
no, I brought fucking
That-
Nick Cage.
That,
Hey,
that has
listen,
been a rough ride.
I know it's been a great time. Tell you, bro, I fuck with Nick Cage, bro. He's hilarious to me. Every scene's a laugh. Like it's a pleasantry for me to like watch Nick Cage do his thing. Like it was a movie with him, and like he had a family, he was married, and like something happened in the air or something, and all the parents went crazy. The kids are fine, but all the parents lost their mind and were like violent and ragey, and it is hilarious. I
have
can't think
no
of the
idea
name.
what it
If I
is.
figure out the name of it, it came out last year. If I figure out the name of it,
Nick
I will send
Cage?
it to you.
Oh
Listen.
boy.
If we type in Nicolas Cage 2019 movies, it's gonna be him and a chick on the front cover, and they're gonna look pissed off. Listen, it is Ken, you gotta watch it. I'm gonna figure out the name. You gotta watch it. You're gonna laugh your ass off, bro. It's funny. It's just funny.
If you find the name of it, I'll give
Angry
it a
Nick
shot.
Cage. Nick Cage trying to be seriously angry is fucking hilarious, dog. That shit is funny. I enjoy it. But y'all gotta check this movie out. Another movie suggestion. I usually have a bunch of suggestions.
Dude, he came out with so many movies 2019.
Yeah, bro,
Nicolas
he's-
Cage is in
Yeah,
everything.
you just heard him say he was in debt buying dinosaur heads and shit.
That's ridiculous.
Yep.
Like
I
six
have
movies
I
a
have
year.
one movie suggestion that I kind of forgot was even a thing. It snuck up on me on Amazon Prime. Me and my lady watched it. And it is, I guess, a sequel to The Shining, and it's Doctor Sleep.
Oh yeah, I haven't
Sweet.
seen that yet. I've been meaning to.
I enjoyed it. I haven't watched it in a rating from a rating perspective. I just was watching it for like I need every scene to appeal to me. Like I'm watching sections. So, but from beginning to end, satisfied. Everything came together. All the twists and turns were dope. Every reference to the old movie was perfect. The ending was perfect. It was one of those movies that passed the torch, if you know what I mean.
It's good. It's like, yeah, I'll keep
It's
it going.
one of those movies that passed the
Keep
torch.
it
So
lit.
like the kid from the first one was grown in this one, and of course there's a new kid. They passed the torch perfectly. The new kid in the movie, never seen her. She was dope. The connect, it was good.
Everything's
I liked
played
it,
right.
and it wasn't like an amazing grand movie. It was just a good movie, well done, story well played, cinematics done. Like it's good. I liked it. I enjoyed it very much. Another suggestion I could make: The Outsider just ended. Season finale just passed, and
I
goddamn,
know you're going crazy about it. You were saying all this
oh
good
my
stuff.
god! If y'all watch The Outsider, looky here.
Is it go up? One of the top season finales ever.
Hey, spoiler alert! I don't care, y'all. Spoiler alert! But you ain't seen this many people die in the season finale in your life.
Even more than like Game of Thrones,
Good.
like the Red Wedding.
God, man.
I don't know, man. If I remember the series finale of 6 Feet Under, everybody died.
See, I didn't watch that. But I heard a lot about it. It was one of those Is that one of those army joints?
No. That was an HBO series about a gay couple running a funeral home.
Okay. Oh wow. Okay. Might check that out. Everybody dies too. Okay. I'm gonna check that out. Since we've been talking about gay people, who's the dopest gay character that you ever seen? Dopest gay character in a movie. Let's wrap up the entertainment with that.
Wait, what?
The dopest gay character.
Oh God, Scott Pilgrim's roommate,
Oh, that's
Oh,
pretty dope.
wow,
That was a
yeah.
dope
Wallace by far.
one. Wallace is
All right, I gotta go with I had two. What was the other one? Oh, it's either Lafayette from True Blood, or the
Lafayette from True Blood's good too.
or
God,
or
I can't do it.
or the Dean in Community. The Dean in Community, bro, is funny as shit. Look at that kitty cat. That cat ass on camera. He put his ass up. Hello, everybody. I'm cat ass. Name your cat ass. I don't know his name, but he's cat ass from now on. Hey, cat ass. Hey, kitty.
He's gonna get down at some point.
Cat ass. No, it's fine, bro. Let your cat hang out. People won't see. It's all these damn cat lovers out here. They probably get us 1,000 more views.
I would steal Wallace. That's dope.
You can't steal one, bro. You gotta find one. one. God damn it, Special K.
I didn't know this was coming.
We
man.
did take all the good ones. Me either, man. Me either.
You said Lafayette was just such a good one because he was such a badass.
Hey, Lafayette was a G. He was kind of aggressively gay dude at times, but he was a G though.
I'm trying to think of a female, like, so I could be on both perspectives.
Oh, yeah.
But it's not coming to me.
I can't think of none though. It's just hard to remember names of people.
Oh, the chick from Deadpool. The what's her name? There were the two X-Men characters.
Are you talking about fuck.
I can't. But she had the short hair. And
Teenage Nuclear Warhead or some shit. What's her name?
I don't know if she is like gay,
It's
but they always
something
played the joke on it, and Deadpool killed it the whole time.
Stupid like that. But yeah, that's all I got. I just want to know, guys. We are going to wrap it up. Would you rather, Special K? You got would you rather?
I got two good ones.
Kenny, are you going to participate in the would you rathers with us? We're going to do the would you rathers and the thought of the day.
All right,
like we always do. I don't really have a thought of the day. I might just tell y'all to smoke more weed or something silly, but we'll see what happens. Would you rather, Special K?
Would you rather have metallic skin or glow in the dark?
Is it metallic like metal texture?
Like kind of like a metal shine.
Can I deflect bullets or am I just shiny?
You're just shiny. You don't do anything other than shine.
I don't want to glow because I want to be able to sleep. I'll take the metallic. I don't want to be shiny either though.
Or just an awkward shiny like all the time.
I had to go with metallic, bro. I don't want to glow at night. That's terrible. Kennedy, would you rather?
Kennedy?
All right, is this a thing that you turn on and off or no?
It's just forever. You're always
Nah,
metallic.
Yeah, metallic then, because that I just imagine nightlight self.
Yeah, bro.
Really
like,
aggravating.
Fucking plutonium.
Also, you don't know
man.
you don't know the kind of business I have at night. I need to be discreet, son.
He's a cat burglar.
I'll
Kennedy's
glow
a
in the
cat
dark.
burglar, hence the cat ass.
I'll glow. I'm down to glow. I'll just go to clubs and stuff at night. There's that guy that glows.
You just live in the club,
Yep.
bro. You'll be everybody. You'll be a god in raves.
Yeah. Oh,
For real.
they just call me glow.
All the females be
glower.
going home with you, and the guys too. Shit. Go ahead.
All right. Would you rather be an expert cliff climber or a deep sea diver? Would you rather go up high or deep down in the water?
I'm gonna go deep sea diver. It's more dope shit in the ocean.
I'd rather go just well to the ocean, just to see all this cool shit.
I'd probably go for deep sea diver. Unfortunately, I would have to if in a perfect world I'd go deep sea diver, but I'd have to go cliff climber because I can't be underwater further than 5 feet without destroying my hearing.
Oh, word.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Well, we'll have some preventive maintenance for that if you're a deep sea
I
diver.
can't even snorkel. Like you put me in like a deep sea diving suit, the pressurized one, sure. Deep sea diving all the way.
Yeah. Okay. I got one. Random off the cuff. Might not be
No,
good.
it's good. No,
Might
let's
be
go for
good. I
it,
don't
Jay.
give
What
a
we got,
shit.
Hateful Jay?
And Kenny, if you got a would you rather off top of the dome, bring it on. Would you rather only be able to watch TV as an only Netflix series for the rest of your life? Okay.
Yeah.
Or be like, and that's all you got, just Netflix originals, whatever the fuck they air, that's what you're watching. Even Spanish, that fucking Turkish shit they be dropping, all that. It's all you got. Or would you be stuck listening to one genre of music, your least favorite genre of music for the rest of your life?
I'll watch Netflix because I don't want to hear things or watch it.
I don't want to hear things. Watch it. Kennedy,
I gotta go with the music.
go with the music.
With music.
Yeah, like again, I'll listen to anything instrumental, but if I'm gonna be if I have to choose between limiting my gamut of things that I can watch and
Yeah, that'd be
listening to country music for the rest of my life, I'll take the country music.
hard. That's your least favorite. Heavy metal is my least favorite. I'll probably die.
Only problem I'll have with that is that if they end up putting all the score in movies all being country music, that would just really ruin the experience for me.
That'd be
It's always
fucking
it's
sad.
always
That
country
kind of
music.
hurt, bro. The idea of that kind of hurt me a little bit.
Dude, I actually had a would you rather that was the nice one to write down. Would you rather give up movies or give up just shows? Like if you had to give up movies or shows, like you only watch movies from now on, or you can only watch like series
Fuck.
and never watch a movie again.
I'd probably go movies.
Or you can only watch
I'd
movies
go with
again.
series.
You know, series.
I'd probably go movies.
I have more time to watch series. But
No,
all
I
right,
think-
I got one for you.
I think movies is beginning, end. I got conclusions. I ain't got to fucking sit there.
Yeah.
But
Unopened questions.
Would you rather be allergic to sugar or allergic to spice?
like all spices, like salt, pepper, all that shit. Fuck.
Yeah.
I'm allergic to sugar.
Yeah, I might have to go sugar too, bro. Because if I can't season a burger, get the fuck out of town. Like, I can't have tacos, so I got to put sugar in a taco?
I like.
Nah, fuck that shit. Nah, yeah.
My unfortunate thing is that like I can't eat sugar no more, so I got to be careful about that kind of thing. So I've been going all spice.
Yeah.
But like they put sugar in everything, man.
Yeah, bro. Like, you
They
can't.
got sugar in freaking Clamato juice.
Like, even the shit that's not sweet has some level
Clamato
of sugar in it. But even the sweet shit got some level of, like, sodium, if you want to consider, like, salt, you consider it a spice. I don't think I got any more. Let me think. Recap. We talked about the color out of space. We talked about people watering fake plants for a long time. We talked about how to be different in society. We out forcing it down society's throat in so many ways. What else did we talk about, guys?
Just Nicolas Cage.
We talked about the dab. Kennedy did a pretty clean dab, I will say. We also talked about the history of the dab. I didn't shout you guys out. Our podcast downloads have been kicking up at a crazy pace this past 2 months.
Keep it
really?
up.
Literally, like, we haven't won a day without several. But we're up. Like, we beat last month by more than 100 downloads now, and it's literally only 10 days into the month. I don't know where it came from. I don't know what happened, but we love y'all for it. Thank you, Kennedy. You're always supportive. You're always one of the ones that tell us that we have a really good show, that we have a really great,
That's nice. Very nice. Very
really
nice
well
guy.
done show. He says a lot. Like, he always says we have a well done show. Was one of those people kind of motivate me when I was kind of down about everything, just like willing to be like, fuck it. But yeah, thank y'all, man. Whoever's listening, wherever y'all listening, we appreciate it. If y'all got time, leave a review for us. Let us know what y'all think. We're always up for advice. We here, and thank you once again. But thought of the day for me is I don't really have one. So what I'm gonna say is be friendly, be nice, and be a good person. And I'll also say smoke more weed.
My thoughts on that lid. We just, me and Jay during this episode drank a Warheads, it's a Warheads Jones soda.
Yeah, it was delicious.
And on that cab it says "Prepare for zombies." So that's my advice.
Hey, you got the coronavirus coming on. You know what's next? Zombies.
Prepare for zombies.
Zombies are next. Get your guns, get your machetes. Fortify and build something. You know what I mean?
All right.
Because
Preparations.
it's pandemonium out here. Listen, just wash your goddamn hands, and
you could do that, or you could just wash your fucking hands for once in your goddamn
wash your
life.
hands, mind your goddamn business, and don't be making out with strangers. Just pretty much use common sense and
Dude, the world needs to start washing their hands.
Actually, also disinfect your phone.
Oh, facts.
Your phone has more germs on it than your toilet.
Yeah, because we all poop.
Disinfect your phone.
Our phone goes everywhere with us. You know what I'm saying? But to finish off my thought of the day, since I was really interrupted by these two Caucasian men with stuff to say, God, guys, I wasn't even finished, you fucking pieces of ass.
I love you too.
But no, man, just be a dope person, guys. I know I say it's like, be a dope person. Say something nice to somebody. If somebody says something you don't like on Facebook, don't fucking ream their ass. It's their opinion. Just don't be a dick.
You know what I'm saying?
And we out of here, bro. FBS Podcast. Hey, with J Special K.
Special K.
Kennedy, thank you for stopping by. Let them know where you at, where they can see you, what you're working on.
You could find me on Facebook, on Twitter as Kennedy Phillips. That's Kennedy like the president, Phillips like the screwdriver, so 2 L's.
2 L's. I spell it with one sometimes. So what?
It's fine.
Don't judge me.
You could also find me on Twitter and Instagram as Magus Serling, MAGUSSERLING.
Yep.
And you can find little factoids about sound design and other things like that. And I'm
educate yourself.
And if you want to see my audio drama, you can go to maguselgar.com.
Yeah.
It's available wherever audiobooks are sold and wherever pods are cast.
Yeah.
You can also find my work at on Hasbin Hotel. If you look it up on YouTube, HAZBIN Hotel. Or Hell of a Boss, HELLUVABOSS.
All great content, guys. Check out all that shit. All that shit is great content. Not just saying it because he's a friend of the show, but the shit is fucking dope content. Just saying.
Thank you very much.
Kennedy, and thank
Give
you
it up.
for coming, Special K. Thank you for coming, you piece of fucking
Thanks, sir.
dog shit. I hate you, man. You're a piece of crap.
You too, bro.
Hateful J, Special K, Kennedy Phillips, we out this bitch, man. Y'all have a good one, and thank y'all for coming. Until next week.
Farewell. Bye-bye.
Got him.
Good times, good stuff.
Throw on some good music, yeah, vibe out and cheat.